How's it going, folks? Welcome to our second channel. This is the first video we're doing in this concept, predominantly because Jamie can't be bothered to edit the videos anymore.
It is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. If we want to do a reel for 1 minute, it can sometimes take 2 to 3 hours to get everything set up, all the lights, camera, action, all that stuff. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit easier for us and also give you a good insight to the store. It's the end of November, so Black Friday has just finished. So what we'll do is we'll have a look around, see some of the cool deals that we've got left over and show you what else is going on in the store. Finally, we've got this bad boy in, the Selma Supreme tenor. I'm led to believe that we had a few of these in stock and they were bought before we could even get them in. They were just shipped straight out. So this is the first one I've actually been able to play, which is not owned by anybody yet. So this could be your sax. Yeah, I love them. What do you reckon, Jamie?
Yeah, beautiful saxophone. We were actually listening to it against the Signature earlier on, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we thought the Signature had a bit more resistance to the sound, a little bit more traditional, laid back.
Yeah.
And the Supreme, a little bit of edge, a bit of zhuzhiness.
It did seem like it had a bit more life to it, and you noticed that straight away, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, they're both amazing saxophones. This one is pushing 9 grand, so you'd hope it sounds good, and thankfully it does. This is our new favourite case, isn't it, Jamie?
It's beautiful, yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah.
This is the BAM Cabine Black Carbon.
Whew, even sounds cool.
It's actually one of the only cases that you can get on as hand luggage if you've got a tenor saxophone.
Is it?
It is, yeah. So if you don't want to be arguing with flight attendants, as I know lots of you do, then this is the case for you. Unless you want to fight. Maybe you want to fight.
Maybe. Yeah, so I've got the Hiscox. That's probably not going to get on hand luggage, is it?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Right. Well, I better get one of these then, eh? It's not really that heavy. So, we've got some new stuff in the mouthpiece section, tenor and alto, and it is Brillhart's Ebelins. Some of you may be familiar with Brillhart. They were used by some of the greats back in the day, including the man himself, Charlie Parker, and Lester Young. The great thing about these mouthpieces is they're still actually using the molds from the 50s when Elcar owned the factory. So what you're going to be getting is really original sounding and actually figured in the exact way that they would have been. So yeah, it's a real piece of history and it's like a more modern, up-to-date version. And they're pretty reasonably priced as well. So maybe you should check some of them out in a bit.
Yeah, I did a video with this with Jim yesterday.
Oh, did you?
So watch this space.
Yes.
You will see some more content coming soon.
Awesome. There is another mouthpiece. We actually don't have it in stock as of yet, but that's the Selma Jazz Flow. You may have seen it. I saw some of their marketing campaigns on Instagram the other week. Traditionally, Selma mouthpieces have been a little bit more geared towards classical musicians. Maybe not like the odd soloist that might have been refaced for jazz purposes, but this is purely for jazz. Jim has played this mouthpiece, Jim Cheek, and he believes it is going to be great for contemporary music such as pop, funk, and it can do your jazz bits as well. What is this, you ask? This is a Glicitar. There you go. I can't even say it. It's very new to us, so I can't even pronounce it.
Literally today.
Yeah, but the company I can say is Glissonic.
Perfect.
Right, yeah, so this thing here,
continuous wind instrument.
Exactly.
See, it's so new, George doesn't even know what he's talking
yeah,
about.
I have had a go on it though. I'll give you an example. It's a bit of a strange one. Obviously, you can hire me to come and play those sorts of sounds on your films or any products like that. But yeah, if you know the Swanee sax with the similar sort of thing, but you can actually play it with your fingers or you can slide it as if it was like a string instrument as well. But
and the inventor Daniel came in today,
yeah, he
didn't
did.
he? And he can play it.
He can play it.
Incredibly.
He was playing Donna Lee on it, and everybody knows that is a very complicated bebop tune. So,
and it sounds really good because usually this type of instrument might be a bit of a novelty.
Yeah.
That's when I first saw it. That's what I thought it might be. But actually, after hearing him play it so well, it makes you realise.
Change your mind.
Yeah, you can play it seriously, can't you? It's really cool.
This is a 3D printed model, and the one that he was playing excellently was
wooden.
It was wooden, but it's called Purple Heart, the wood. So it's naturally it is purple. Would you believe? So it's a lovely colour. When it's nice and buffed up and polished and oiled, it looks great. So yeah, keep an eye on these. Hopefully, we're going to have a couple of videos coming soon, and even have some in stock. So speaking of new things, we've actually picked up some new equipment. Jamie is massively into his gear.
Well, we both are, aren't we? We're always talking about microphones, nerdy things.
Yeah. But anyway, let's go check it out. Not a lot of people know where we record all of our reels and some YouTube videos. And it's in this state-of-the-art box room, which has got a lovely cardboard baritone box diffuser.
We have all of the state-of-the-art equipment.
Yeah, we've got a light.
Lots of lights.
That's a light.
Lighting is very important,
that's
folks.
a light.
And yeah, we've got a nicer diffuser there, a little bit better than the cardboard box. I don't know where we got these from, but they're really nice actually. Sorry, not the best consumer advice there, but if you see something similar online,
get one.
Get one.
Just get one.
They're nice.
Star of the show, other than me, obviously, is the new mic you've got. So this is a tube microphone, so hopefully it will pick up the nuances in the sound that we're looking for. So whether that's doing ligature comparisons or reed comparisons, it's just going to be a little step above the Neumann TLM 102 we have previously been using for the last 2 years.
Well, hopefully a step up. We don't know yet.
Yeah, that's the point.
We might have just wasted £1,000.
Yeah, I don't think you have. So let's try it out. We'll do some testing. Right, there's the takes. What do you guys think? We have had a listen back on Logic with some headphones so we can actually tell a bit of a better difference. And Jamie's in agreement with me here. We found that the Neumann is slightly more boxy sounding and a bit muddy in the mid-range. I don't want to go into all the frequencies and get all nerdy on you, but it is.
Still sounds good though, doesn't it?
Oh,
we love that Neumann.
It's a great microphone.
Honestly, like it's done us so well, hasn't it, for a couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, this is like a staple in the studios anyway. Like, it's a great microphone, and it just goes to show if you compare that up against the Harvey, there, it just sounds so much more clean and transparent. Like you would call it air. You know, there's more high-end frequencies that gives it that richness and presence to the sound. And if you're recording a saxophone and you do have a lot of that activity in the higher end of the frequency spectrum, that's great. But yeah, this is, you know, it's good anyway with it being close mics like we've done with both. So yeah, it's a good test to do. I think it was well worth the money though, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know. Well, while I'm down here filming, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to try out some new mouthpieces because I am in the market for a new one. I'm currently playing a Select Jazz 7, like it's about a 7-star-ish. I think I'm just one of those players that throws a lot of air down the sax, so it does become a little bit brighter than I think it was probably intended to be. Whether that's I've married it up with the incorrect reed, which doesn't suit it as well, could be my fault, which is fair enough, but I'm looking for a little bit more subdued, rounded sound rather than something that can be pushed and go a bit wild. I do lots of pop and funk and soul stuff, but I also do some jazz bits, and I can't get it to do what I want to hear in my head, basically. So I'm going to have a look at some retro revivals. We've got the True Slant and the True Res, and then just down a peg we've got the 10M Fan Robusto. The Generation 1 I did play on, they were all whites rather than being gold on there. It was amazing. So this is the Generation 2, so hopefully it's going to be even better. So yeah, we'll give it a go. Right, we're in the room now. I've got 3 mouthpieces, as we've shown you previously. The first one I'm going to be looking at is the Retro Revival True Slant. This is an 8 tip opening, playing on a BG Lig, and importantly for this test, I'm playing on a Rico Royal, just a 2.5, something nice and easy so I can reach the limitations of the saxophone without, you know, blowing a gasket really. So yeah, let's see how it sounds. I'm going to play some random bits and pieces, what you probably would do yourself if you were trying out new mouthpieces. Nothing very musical, and something kind of flat in itself, so you can hear the difference when we compare them. Right, let's finish putting the ligature on this. Don't know what you thought of the first one, but to me, compared to my Select Jazz, it did sound like it was quite bright without even trying, and I'm trying to move away from that. So we go. This is the Robusto, this is an 8-star. First impressions, straight away it feels a bit more compact. Don't know how it sounds under the mic.
Definitely fatter sounding, I would say.
Yeah, is that the same as compact, chunky kind of?
Yeah, perhaps a bit more condensed. Like it's not quite as lively as the Retro Revival.
It's certainly more resistant, but that's because it's a bigger tip opening. So this one here is the Retro Revival Los Angeles. This is an 8-star, as you can see. Got a bit of tape on there so don't scratch it for any customers that want to buy it, if I don't. You might be asking why have I chosen these three. That's just down to my knowledge and research of these mouthpieces already. I wouldn't recommend getting 10 mouthpieces in a room, and because you'll be lost then. So I just got these three because I had an inkling that I might like them, and so far I was correct. But I do have a feeling this one is going to be the hardest to blow. But it's all about the setup anyway. It might need a different reed, etc, etc. But let's have a go. I was wrong. It's actually nearly as free blowing as the other Retro Revival mouthpiece. So usually I'll be able to hit a front F sharp quite easily there, and I can't on this, so I'd need to work on it a bit. Worked that time, but I had to, you know, change my mouth shape a bit too much. Was probably one of the reasons why I wouldn't go for this, because I'm having to make too much adjustments, which isn't good for your playing, because then you start interfering with the tuning. So yeah, I don't know what you think they all sound like compared. But there we go.